How is life, everyone? Welcome to my channel. It is Brian Niebank here, and today we are going to review the major races in the 2016 season in Major League Baseball now that we are 3/4 of the way through the season. So, the American League East has really been a race so far, with the Toronto Blue Jays leading the Boston Red Sox by a half a game right now, but the Baltimore Orioles are right there as well, 2.5 games behind the Toronto Blue Jays. So the East is totally not over. Anything can happen with those three teams, and the Yankees are hanging in it, 6.5 games back. It's not likely that they'll actually make a run for the division title, but they're not quite out of it yet. In the Central Division, we have the surprise, the Cleveland Indians, leading the Detroit Tigers in second place by a solid 7 games. So the Indians, I don't think many people expected they would be doing this well this season, but the Indians are doing well, leading the AL Central by a significant margin. The Kansas City Royals are riding a 7-game winning streak to pull within 8 games of the Cleveland Indians. Again, unless they really continue their hot streak, their typical late season hot streak. It's how they won the World Series last year and got to the World Series the year before that. They probably won't be a contender, but they're in the picture. In the American League Western Division, the Texas Rangers have had the first place for most of the season after taking it from the Seattle Mariners. The Houston Astros challenged them but never surpassed them. But now the Seattle Mariners are coming back into the picture, sitting 6 games behind the Texas Rangers for the division lead. The Astros are 9.5 games back, likely not a major competitor for the American League Western Division. So our league leaders right now are Blue Jays, Indians, and Rangers, and also in the wild card we have the Red Sox and Orioles in wild card position right now. There's a couple more teams that are in the race for the wild card. The Seattle Mariners, who are 6 games behind the Rangers for the division, are only 1 game behind the Baltimore Orioles for the wild card position, for the second wild card position, because we have a couple rounds in the playoffs, and the wild card game gets played between the 2 wild card teams, which are now the Boston Red Sox and the Baltimore Orioles, and that's single elimination, and then they compete with one of the 3 division leaders. So also the Detroit Tigers are still in it at 3.5 games back. They recovered from a really bad start, and the Yankees have surprisingly recovered a little bit from their 500 ball. They're currently 4 games over 500 at 63 and 59 when I'm recording this on Sunday. Of course, this will go up a little bit a few days from now, so it won't go up right on Sunday. So things will change a little bit, but the Houston Astros and the Kansas City Royals are right behind the Yankees at 4.5 games behind the Baltimore Orioles. So they are definitely making some noise as well. The White Sox are 9 games behind the Orioles, are probably not going to come further into the picture. But we have a significant race between the Red Sox, Orioles, Jays if they lose the division title, Mariners, Tigers, Yankees, Astros, and Royals, who again are riding their 7-game winning streak. In the National League, the Washington Nationals have pretty much secured the Eastern Division. Of course, they can't clinch its rate till at least mid-September, but they have a 9.5 game lead over the second place Miami Marlins. Yes, the Mets have really fallen off the face of the earth and are below 500 right now, so they're not much of a contender for the National League East Division title. So the Nationals pretty much have that in the bag. Also in the National League Central, the Chicago Cubs have been in first place all season. They have not given up any share of the lead. The worst that they've been is in a tie for first with the Cincinnati Reds at 5-1 way in the beginning of the season. Now the Reds are of course in last place. So the Chicago Cubs have a 13-game lead over the second place St. Louis Cardinals, who, by the way, do have a wild card. But the Cubs seem to have locked up the National League Central Division. Go Cubs. I'm rooting for the Yankees and Cubs. And in the National League West, it is a tight race between the San Francisco Giants and the Los Angeles Dodgers. They keep exchanging first. Currently, the Dodgers are half game behind the Giants, but that could keep changing every single day. And the Rockies are a distant 9 games out. Now, for the National League Wild Card, the Dodgers are 2 games over the Cardinals. So the Dodgers and Cardinals are the 2 teams in the National League Wild Card, but the Miami Marlins, who are a surprise to me, only 1.5 games out. The Pittsburgh Pirates, not much of a surprise, 2 games out. They suffered a little bit in July, but they recovered. The Mets, who I've mentioned, have really fallen off the face of the race right now, are sitting 4.5 games out of the wild card. They could still make a run for it, but they were in a much better position. They were actually a wild card team before, and now they've really collapsed to below 500, so we'll see what they can do with what they've done to themselves. And the Rockies are 6.5 games out behind the St. Louis Cardinals, and the Philadelphia Phillies are just in 8 games. Any team not mentioned is definitely out of the race. We will not be seeing them in the playoffs this year. Of course, I'll be watching the playoffs very closely, and I'll probably give you another update of these races 1 month from now. Thank you very much for watching. If you watched to the end of this video, comment I always make a fool of myself when I come to asking you guys to comment something, so I know you guys watched. But guys, thank you for watching. If you guys did watch the end of the video, just comment, I don't know, late August baseball, so that I know you guys did. Have yourselves a great day. Thank you guys for watching, and God bless you.